Hello, YouTubers. Look at my little buddy.
Cute.
Can't touch him because he gets sensitive. His hearing is very sensitive.
Does he have a name?
Yeah, Fluffy. It's a masculine name.
It is.
Yeah, but he's a killer Fluffy.
Oh,
Oh yeah, he's a killer Fluffy. Notice I don't have him too close to my throat because he could go in attack mode. Anyway, we figured we'd do a little video. And the little video is really about nothing. It's kind of like a Seinfeld show.
yeah.
Anyway, we haven't done much in videos. We've had lots of snow. That's out there now and is that high. And I'll tell you the truth, to put a camera in the cab just about made me yuck up. So I didn't bother. And we've been really busy here. So busy, in fact, that I said I'd take the last 4 weekends off. Well, that didn't work out too good. Because one day I was sitting over there having a break where Kathy is too. And I said, I like to have my cranberry juice, a little tin of cranberry juice every day. And I was sitting down and I looked over at this thing, what I'm sitting on. And I said, that's kind of cool. Well, I thought it was cool. So I'll just refresh your memory for those who don't remember this. This is a stool we built because I needed something high enough that I could sit up here and diagnose electrical components and stuff, and or soldering harnesses and whatnot. This is a table we also built too, a welding table, but it's high. But I needed it high because I have a bad back, and when it's high, I can work pretty well all day without a bad back because the height is right. So anyway, we went ahead and we built this stool. This stool is all drawn up and it's all steel rivets, and we got our logo cut into it. It's all done here in house, and you'll notice there's coins on the bottom, one on each side over here, and that's what we call a loonie up here in Canada. And the reason why the loonie is there is a lot of people don't know it, but everything I've after restoring in the last 20 years, I've always glued a coin in it somewhere, whether it's a gas pump, a motorcycle restoration. When I'm dead and gone, somebody's going to look at it and they're going to say, there's a coin here. I wonder why there's a coin here. Well, the coin is to let people know the year on the coin was the year it was restored or built. And that's the reason why the coins are there. So, got to get up here again. So anyway, I started to look at the stool and I was thinking, there's an anvil there that a fella gave us back in 2012. At the time, this part of the building wasn't here, and there was no room out in the main shop. So we left the anvil out by the door for 6-7 years.
Oh yeah, that for sure.
And anyway, I always felt bad about leaving it out there, but we just didn't have the room. It's 226 pounds. And if Kathy couldn't drag it in, I wasn't dragging it in. So she said she wasn't going at it, so I left it out by the door.
Here's a story for you.
That's the story. But finally, when we built onto the shop doubles its size, and that was 7 years ago, almost 7 years.
7 years.
Yeah. And we decided, hey, you know what, we can bring the anvil in here now. Now, I don't do any blacksmithing. So, you know, an anvil stand to me is not what an anvil stand would be to a regular blacksmith. I mean, for what I hit, as hard as I hit metal, I could almost straighten a piece of metal out on the hood of the Bronco. You know, but it's nice to have once in a while if you want to straighten out something. So I brought it in, and at the time, again, too busy for anything. So I had some old angle iron and made up a stand for it. And of course, I'll show it to you here now in the picture. And anyway, it went over there and it stayed there for, well, till a couple of weeks ago. And again, I was sitting down, having my cranberry juice, and I looked over at the anvil and I said, man, that is one ugly looking stand. It worked well. It was perfect. It just looked terrible. So then I looked back at the stool and I said, now man, wouldn't it be nice if I made an anvil stand to match the stool? Well, I said, we should try this. So I went over, sat down, drawed it all out, and put the sheet of plate up on the CNC table and started cutting it out. And that's what this video is about. And you can leave it running and we'll just unveil the anvil stand. Again now folks, if I was building an anvil stand for a blacksmith, it wouldn't be like this. And I'll explain to you why. But I wanted something that would be a conversation piece, but yet still usable. So let's have a look. And there it is. So it's a bit dusty there now. So I got grate and stuff put in. Over here, you can see our logo. And there's a logo on the other side. And there's even a special hold down system for the anvil itself. Some fellows wraps chain and rope and stuff around them. Of course, I want it to be a little bit different. The hammers got their own custom holders, which are kind of cool. This one here, same way. So no going around looking for hammers like I usually do. And wrap some chain around it. That's my idea of wrapping chain around an anvil. And the other thing that I did, no, cool is not good enough. It needs to be super cool. So I just went and put some ground effects on it.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't be who you are if you didn't have ground effects.
Well, everybody would say, it's a wonder you don't have LED lights on it.
Well, that's right, Mr. LED.
See, there's all kinds of, and you can get them flashing and you can do whatever you want with them. You can turn them up, you can turn them down, they could be white, whatever. There's a controller for them. But I usually just have them on blue, like that, and so that's it.
Now, of course, it's missing its coin because we can't find
Well,
2024.
Well, exactly. It's got to have a coin next, right?
Yeah,
But anyway,
January.
upper management said I'm over budget and I got to wait till we can afford to put a couple of coins on it.
That's right.
Right? So anyway, we put it there and I said, man, that's really nice, you know? I kind of liked it. And, you know, just pan down there, Kathy, and let them see you can see it matches the decor.
Yes, that's right.
Right?
Sure does.
So,
There we go. Not just a
yeah.
decor.
Show them TVs.
TVs.
Up. Yeah.
Oh yes, all kinds
Right?
of things.
All kinds of things on
ceiling.
the TVs too, and all kinds of things on the ceiling. So, you know, it's a steampunk vintage industrial look.
Oh, that's right.
So anyway, I put it there and I was sitting down on another Friday drinking cranberry juice.
Boy, I tell you, you gotta have it.
And I remembered something that, I gotta sit up here again. So I remembered something that I had bought at Prince's Auto back in 2022. And that was a post Vise. Again, that's something else that, what's to look for? You're giving me weird looks.
Oh, am I? Oh no, carry on.
You're freaking me out.
Oh, don't worry about that.
Well, don't trip over the welder behind you. So anyway, see, you threw me off my train of thought. Anyway, we're looking at this post voice in there. It's made in Turkey, okay? Made in Turkey for Turkey. No offense to the people who's watching from Turkey. Anyway, it was $600, eh? 650 bucks.
That's right, originally.
And I didn't want to buy an old one. I wanted something that, if need be, I wanted a good jaws on the vise, and I wanted, you know, a good screw on it to, when you tightened it up, it wouldn't slip. And now why, I don't know. But anyway, again, I'm not a blacksmith. So I waited and waited and waited, and it went from 650 down to 350.
350.
Yeah, and anyway, I said, man, that's really tempting.
Yeah.
But I said, nah, I really don't want that, you know? So anyway, I turned around and we left. And every time we'd go in, I'd go over and I'd look at this thing, right? Turned around then, and one day went in, looking around. And the guy come out, works there, and marked 150 on it. I said, now that's my price range.
Now we're talking.
So we bought this thing, and I was real happy to have it home. Brought it home, and what did I do? Sensitive subject here, folks, because she kept saying, what did you buy it for? One of those days. Put it over in the corner, and was there, well, 2 years.
Oh yeah, every now and then you had to move it to get out.
Oh, yeah, and it's heavy.
It is.
It's heavy. So anyway, it was there for about almost 2 years. So now I'm back to my cranberry juice. I looked over and I saw the stool and I saw the Anvil stand, and I'm thinking, boy, I wonder could I make a post vise stand that would match these two items. Over to the computer I goes. So that was another weekend and a half of fooling around, and we got that made, and we'll show it to you now. It was like American Restoration.
Well, that's right, exactly.
Hang on now. There we are. And that's our go at a Picefo stand. Like this little tread here, that's all done here. The holes are punched here and they're beveled here. The axle was made here. Look at the axle caps. They're screwed on solid brass. Made out of an old motorboat shaft.
Wow.
Even just the collars, the brass collars in here, all machined on the lathe, tapped, and set screws put in them. It's got, there's the post vise, and this one turns.
Okay, hang on, do the swivel again.
See?
There we go, yeah.
So I thought it was pretty cool, right? Now once you get in a place where you don't want it to turn, we just tighten up these bolts. Excuse me. I may end up, God forbid, modifying this so I won't have to use a tool on it to tighten it. But it's a real good system. It's not worn out. So I mean, one time a post vise was made for beating on. You know, really. But I don't plan on beating on it. I'll beat on that. But I'm going to put a rubber mat down first.
I wouldn't be surprised.
And anyway, the cast iron wheels, we had them come in from Quebec. So they're cast iron. So what did I do is I bored them out and I put bronze inserts in them.
That's right.
So they turn good. And you know, you just tip it back. I made the handle and you tip it back and you wheel it where you want to wheel it. So it's pretty cool, you know. Okay. And of course we got our logos cut in it, and we got our screen in it. This one here I didn't put lights in it. I figured you only do that once.
Yeah.
Then it becomes old, right? So I'm going to. No, getting old here. I wonder what that meant. Only me, eh? So basically,
Okay, yeah, we
see?
like that. Nice.
Yeah, and that's pretty well where they stay. They're not in the way. When you want to go out, you slide open your door. The door don't come out this way. It's a barn door, and then of course, you know, if you want to put the stool by it, and then you can get them, show them all together, right?
That's right, just a family.
Which is pretty cool. Now, I have it hooked up to a smart plug. So, computer, turn off the Anvil.
Did you mean Charlie?
Computer, turn off the Anvil.
Okay.
Computer, turn on the anvil.
Okay.
And there you go. The eagle has landed.
Computer said, "Did you mean Charlie?"
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I'm having trouble hearing.
Yeah,
Can you
well,
say that again?
no kidding. You're having trouble hearing.
I'm not sure.
Picking on him.
So anyway, that's our story, and we're sticking to it. So I don't know why I do these things. I really don't. Hey, but you know what? It was a fun project.
Oh, sure.
And lately, in the last 7 years, well, it's taken me almost 7 years just to get back to making that stand.
Yeah.
So at the end of the video, I'm going to put in pictures and some video of the process that I went through to build these two. So make it a little bit interesting. I didn't get at to actually doing videos because, hey, I just wanted to get at it and get it done. It took 2.5 weekends to do those two parts, right? You know, so I just thought you'd like to see it. And there it is in the camp, you know, tizzer. Hey?
Right.
And I'll sit back up here if I don't fall off it and break my neck. And that's about it. So we have a pile of snow out there now. And now tomorrow, we're waiting for a pile of rain. So that should make it interesting. So I guess I'm going to have to take the blade off the front and put a squeegee on it. All right? So anyway, folks, I hope everybody is doing well at home. We're quite well. Well, you know, physically we're doing okay. The mental part of it, I don't know.
Depends on the day.
It depends on the day. And anyway, just thought you'd find it interesting to see something a little bit different. I don't think there's too many out there at this point in time like it. Again, if I was building them for my blacksmithing, they would be built much different. But they're functional, but they're mostly visual, because I very seldom hit on anything. And the reason why this is on wheels, sometimes I'm making brackets on the iron worker. You can show them the iron worker. I'm making brackets on this iron worker. And sometimes when you're pressing a bracket out with the iron worker, they'll distort the bracket a little bit, the metal a bit. So I used to walk over here and just tap them a little bit so you get them flat again. And of course, it's not done that way anymore. We have a horizontal bender over there, hydraulic bender that we use as a straightener now. So you progress as time goes on and you learn better methods. But at the same time, if I still needed to have it over there, it's only to pull it over on the wheels and Bob's your uncle. It's easy to move because, again, it's 226 pounds for the anvil alone, and I would say another 100 pounds for the stand. So you don't want to be fooling around with your back with that. So again, at the end of the picture, folks, I'm going to insert some pictures and a few short videos. And I hope you enjoyed the little video. It was nice to, I know you're in there and I can't see you, but I just wanted to say hello. And Kathy wanted to say hello. Say hello, Kathy.
Hello. Hey, they're all waving to you.
Yeah, that's cool. Anyway, and hopefully we'll try to come up with something more interesting to do the next time. But let us know what you think. You think it's crazy to have it, or you think it's cool to have it? Or most people tell me, even though I'm working on these things late in the night and early in the morning and all the weekends, people always tell me I have too much time on my hands.
That's a regular comment.
That's a regular comment. And I sleep, how many hours a night do I sleep?
Gosh, I don't know if it's 4.
No. I'd be hard pressed to get 4 good hours a night. Lots of times she'll wake up and I'm on the iPad and I'm researching or whatever. I just can't sleep. So, and lots of times I'll get out of the bed and get washed up and come out here and go to work. So I think too much time on my hands is probably a bit of an overstatement. But in the meantime, I hope you enjoyed it. You guys take care. It's been nice seeing you again, and we'll see you the next time around. So from Kathy and I, Don't forget to check out our website because we sell lots of tractor mods, specialty repairs, custommods.com. And if there's anything there that you like, you can send us an email, give us a phone call, go through PayPal, or if you want to, call Kathy. Everybody says she's nice to talk to. I can only take their word for that.
Okay.
Anyway, we'll see you
We're
in the...
going to get some comments on that.
Oh yeah, we'll see you the next time around. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves. Be good to each other. Don't take up handicap zones. These people need them. And God bless. The mount is wrought up. Now it's time to get it cut and bent and see if it works. We're ready to go. Hey folks, cover your ears. Why didn't I weld it on? Because that's too easy. Here you go. Look. Show you what they look like behind. See? Cool or what?
It is cool.
So,
Good job.
and then that's it for now. We'll have to come back and do another video when we got it. And we'll continue.
Yes.
I've been at this all day.
All day.
Because I took a day off to do this. So anyway, folks, it's nice to see you again. Hope you have a good weekend. God bless. The mount is wrought up. Now it's time to get it cut and bent and see if it works. Okay, lunch is taken care of. So now my next step is to tack weld the mesh to the back of the panels. Okay, lunch is taken care of. So now my next step is to tack weld the mesh to the back of the panels. So I'm drawing up a bracket there now for the anvil, and I'll show you where it's going to go and what it's going to do. And this is the bracket, and of course an LED light is going to go in there, and that way the Specialty Repairs Custom Mods logo and the grating will illuminate. I mean, you can't have an anvil without an LED light on it. Okay guys, as you can see on the screen before this, I made up these special, or drew up these special caster holders. I have to put the stand on casters because the anvil needs to be moved once in a while, and I just can't do without moving it. It's quite heavy. The anvil itself is 220 pounds. So that's what it looks like, and I think it'll work out just fine. I really like the way it sits on the ground, or on the floor, but it's, like I say, I gotta put casters on it. It's just not gonna work for me without casters. You can see how the feet look down inside. Now you'll see grate there on the triangles, and I intended to put, well, not grate, I guess mesh. I intended to put mesh on the Specialty Repairs Custom Mods emblems, but the mesh took away from it. You could hardly read it, so they're gonna stay as is. Okay guys, I'm getting a bit behind on my documentation of this little project. But anyway, as you can see, I have the top done. I have the clamps made to hold the anvil in place. And just to add for a little bit of a shelf, I put some chain around it. I thought it would give it a more industrial, rugged look. Can't have it too pretty, I guess. The top is not welded on yet. I just laid it on there now. So after my lunch, I'm going to weld the top on, and then it goes to paint.